Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wind, Reel, and Print. My name is Ryan.
My name's Chris.
And today we are locked in the writer's room. The producers said, we need the next big hit. We've done this a few times. We've gotten comfortable in here. I feel like we get some good ideas trapped in this room. I brought snacks, a couple drinks. You like sparkling water?
I do. You know, it's not so much that we're locked in as much as everyone else is locked out.
Oh, that's so true. But we're letting them in.
That's right. The listeners get a little sneak peek.
Yeah, exactly. What's the point? There is a porthole that people are able to watch us and throw food at us and things, squirt us with squirt guns. That's not Universal Studios. That's some other park. Maybe it's Knott's Berry Farm. I don't know.
Yeah, I think SeaWorld has something like that too.
That's what it is. It's SeaWorld. So not what we're talking about today, because today we're talking about Disneyland ride movies. And for those of you that don't know what the heck that is, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm now confused.
Feels self-explanatory.
It actually is extremely self-explanatory. But some of the movies that come to mind and come from a list I'm looking at right now, Pirates of the Caribbean, that was a ride turned into a movie. Tower of Terror, I guess? No.
Yes, well.
That's tricky. See, I've already broken the thing. Tower of Terror was a movie from a ride from a show.
Yeah, I mean, the lore of that one, I'm not sure the order that those things all coalesced. Yeah.
The film, which has no connection to any incarnation of the Twilight Zone, was partly filmed at the actual attraction in Disney MGM Studios. Okay, that's interesting. So there's some weird lore there. Country Bears from the Country Bear Jamboree ride, Haunted Mansion, obviously from the Haunted Mansion ride, Tomorrowland, which is from a land. I think we'll be able to kind of get creative there. That opened a lot of doors.
Sure.
When you're looking for inspiration, it's like, whoa, you can go big with it. And then I'm just going to finish reading this because there's really not that many more. There's another Pirates. There's many Pirates. Jungle Cruise. And that's it. I guess. There are some television series that came out too. There's a Small World animated series that came out in 2013. There is a Miles from Tomorrowland television series that came out in 2015, and a Muppets Haunted Mansion, and that's basically it. There's a lot of rides at Disneyland that you can choose from, but I think to start us, to kind of round us off, I'd love to hear from you first.
Yeah.
What's your Disneyland? Well, how I don't even know how to put. I was gonna say how invested you are in Disneyland. That's not right.
Yeah, I'm not a shareholder.
Did you go? Yeah, you're not a shareholder. We're after this, maybe. Yeah, maybe. So yeah, what's your connection to Disneyland? Have you been often? How did you know these rides?
Yeah, I mean, I as a child was, obviously watching a lot of Disney movies, and then that affinity then expanded to the parks. That means they did their job. Exactly. And I mean, I've been a fan of that stuff for a while. I remember going to the 50th anniversary celebration at the park. Not like, I mean, that went for like a year, and so I went during that year. I wasn't there like for the big
yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, but
that's 2005. Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, because now they're on like their 70th anniversary, and it's alarming how the time has marched on.
Yes, yes. It's terrifying.
I think in general, as I've gotten older, I'm maybe more cynical about the Disney parks.
Makes sense.
For reasons we can get into, but I, at the same time, am more interested in like theme park design and things like that. Like if I don't know how you get these jobs, but like to be on the creative side of like, how do we make the parks better, or how do we design this is Universal Studios, but like the Halloween Horror Nights mazes, like things
Yeah.
like that, I'm very interested in.
Yeah, it is. It is a very neat to be an Imagineer, as they are called. Is a neat thing. I grew up in Southern California, and I grew up close enough that I could hear the fireworks every night from the parks, and it was always like I think at like 9:32 is usually when the fireworks would go off. It was something like that, and you always kind of knew that time because of it. So I went a lot growing up, and when you live kind of in Orange County, you basically everyone knows someone that works in like has a parent that works in Disney in some way. And one of my friends' dads is a audio engineer, I guess, and
Yeah.
an Imagineer for rides. And so I've been able to go to a lot of these behind the scenes things and to see rides like being created. It's very cool. There's a lot of work that goes into it. And so it seems like a really fun job. You would love it.
Yeah, I'm sure I would.
I'm sure you would.
They're not
You
exactly
would love
posting
that.
those on IMDb, those, or excuse
Yeah,
me,
what's on-
Indeed.com, not IMDb.
Yeah, IMDb.
That's why I can't find good jobs. I'm looking on the International Movie
that
Database.
is- yeah, we'll work on that. Your dyslexia is so powerful.
You and
but,
I have been to
uh,
Disneyland together.
We have, right?
Yes, and I don't
really remember it. Yeah.
I remember bits and pieces of it, but
Yeah.
the reason I say that is when I go to Disneyland, I am the type of park goer who is like, we got to have a plan to efficiently conquer this park. I don't want
Yes.
none of this like, what do we do now? No, it's we go here,
No.
then we go there, we get what was the fast pass
I know.
over here,
That's
and then
yes. Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, we could go endlessly, I feel like, into our gripes with Disneyland, the fast pass situation. I remember the fast pass days, and I was the exact same way. It was like you run in, you grab as much as you can, fast pass wise, you get your plan, because we're not hanging out at a churro machine,
Exactly.
figuring out what to do. I'm not letting. There's no weak links. We're moving.
that's right.
Yes, exactly. It's about speed, it's about efficiency, but now they want their algorithms to determine that for you,
Yeah.
which I find to be absolutely sick and disgusting.
Yes.
But I'm gonna reverse and say I love you, Disney. I really do, and I really hope you listen deeply to what we have to say.
Yeah.
Was that good?
I think that was good. I think you covered it there. I am glad though that you and I are on the same page as
Yes.
being a park goer, because I've been with weak links and it's a slog. Like,
I know. It's luckily I've been so many times that it didn't feel like a waste, but I could imagine someone that doesn't go a lot, it feels like such a waste of time to just kind of sit around
yeah,
when this whole magical world is happening around you.
exactly.
Absolutely disturbing.
I'm sure we'll get into some of these pitches here in a minute, but it's also
Yes.
difficult because so many rides have been changed into things that are now based on movies, like taking existing rides, putting an IP coat over them, or taking
Yes.
something out to put something IP related in. So our options got a little more limited if we want current rides. I still have some that are defunct in my long list.
That's good.
But
I think I've got one defunct thing in there, but for the most part, I have rides or things that have never been turned into movies. But I agree. I mean, there's so many. The park is constantly changing, and there's just been a leaning into existing IP as their strategy. Everything turning into that, and so yes, we are limited. Like the In-N-Out menu, we are left with the bare minimum, and you got to get a little creative.
yeah,
But question: Did you just do Disneyland?
no, I did.
Okay.
I searched all of the parks.
Okay.
I think most of mine still come from the ones in the U.S., but
Okay.
I did look at some of the international parks as well.
Cool. And I'll say I feel like fortunate. I'm gonna say it. I've been to Disneyland Paris. It was a lot of
Ooh.
fun. That's a cool park.
Fancy.
It's got there's a lot of twists on a lot of rides that you've been on. Haunted Mansion actually is the Southwest in
Oh, I
Disneyland
didn't
Paris,
know that.
where like it's usually New Orleans themed. There, it is like in the middle of the desert. It's like this old Victorian home. So that was pretty cool. And Space Mountain has a loop in it,
Oh,
which
wow.
is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. I think it's time to lay down some of our ideas here. So for those of you that this is your first time coming to the writer's room, welcome. What we do here is we pitch a bunch of movie ideas, and then we decide, all right, what exactly, that was really, really good of me. What exactly is the best one? What's the cream of the crop? And then after that, we start to build out the story and everything, the plot, and then eventually land on some casting choices too. I mean, we packaged this up for a producer so easy. I mean, like, I feel very fortunate. We're getting calls all the time. This is kind of just something we do on the side for fun.
Yeah.
So I think, is there anything else you'd like to say before we jump in?
You mentioned that we package it up real nice, and that's good because a lot of these rides are also listed as being in development for movie adaptations. And so, hey, we've got the package ready to go.
It's, yeah.
Let me
they're
get you
begging
out of
for it.
development. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I don't know if there's some sort of character that escapes out of hell. I don't know if it's like the angel Gabriel, or I don't even know I don't know enough hell lore, but we are the ones that bring you out of hell. Let's just say that. We can take
Yeah.
anything from development hell and right up to heaven.
That's right.
Yeah. And if not heaven, at least earth. We bring you to
Yeah,
earth.
at least. That's our
At least.
guarantee. You'll at
That's our
least get
guarantee.
to Earth.
You crawl from the pits of fire onto the material plane. And we're happy to do it. So, Chris, you
Yeah.
want to throw some of your ideas
Sure.
at me? What do you have?
Well, so I broke these into basically two groups. It's really,
Okay.
look, it's 4 groups, but one of them is like the main group, and then the other one is broken into 3 subsets.
Okay.
And so the first group is, I guess, the obvious one. If you see this title of this episode, or you go to a Disney park and you're like, man, it would be cool if this ride got turned into
Sure.
a movie. They all, in my mind, have more or less the same plot, or would have the same plot. That's why I put them all together. And it
Same
feels
plot as like the ride, or same plot just
in a movie
As a movie.
adaptation. Yeah.
Yeah, I
these
get it.
are
Okay.
all like adventure / survival type stories.
survival type stories?
And
Okay,
this is
interesting.
the other big question mark is we're recording this at a time where the Disney CEO has just changed.
Yes.
And we don't know what Josh D'Amaro is going to
What
want.
the fuck? Yeah, what's he? Yeah, true.
Because we know what Bob Iger wanted, and it was
Yes.
to keep things very similar.
yes.
Just churn out the same thing over and over
Turn
again.
out stuff, which makes our job easier.
Yeah, absolutely. But
I have a feeling.
Yeah,
I have a
ahead.
feeling our new CEO. Look at me.
Yeah, we're part of the family now.
Look at me. What's up with that? Our CEO, he is looking for some bright new ideas. Something that when people look at the history, the timeline of Disney, he's not just a cog in this
Right, he wants to
giant
stand
capitalist
out.
machine. He wants to stand out and be special, and definitely not lose shareholder value.
Yeah, well,
And I can promise you that these won't lose any shareholder value at all. Shareholders are going to love these ideas.
Yeah, and I hope that shareholders do love these ideas, and I hope that Josh wants to take a bigger swing, because I think that part of this is like, as I was listing these, I was like, a lot of these could be really interesting, fun movies in the same adventure vein of like those first Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Sure.
But Disney doesn't seem to want to make things with that tone anymore so much.
That's a good point.
So we'll see what the future of the company holds. But the ones I put in this category,
Okay.
the Matterhorn bobsleds,
Sure.
similarly Expedition Everest, those kind of are like, those would be the same plot as far as I'm concerned.
Yes. Yeah, both I can see it already. Both have kind of a Yeti thing going on. Yeti Sasquatch situation. That's great.
The Grizzly River Run, Space Mountain,
Ooh.
Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Yeah.
And then I know that we mentioned that these two already exist, but I think that they're still up for a second try, which is Jungle Cruise and Tower of Terror.
What? Why would you say that? Why would you say that you don't think what they've created so far is good enough?
No, I don't. I, as a fan of the Jungle Cruise ride in its simplicity and in its humor, depending on your skipper, I don't think that either of those things were accomplished in the movie.
Yes. Did they? I couldn't, and I guess I agree with you because I couldn't even finish watching Jungle Cruise. Yeah. I tried. Did they make a backside of water joke?
They did, yes.
Okay, I would imagine so.
Did you get to the part where Dwayne Johnson is like revealed to be like an immortal mythical creature or something?
No,
I don't fully remember what it was, but he's not just some guy. And I want the Jungle Cruise skipper to just be some person.
Yes, yeah. I think there's a lot of really great ways to go with Jungle Cruise. I love that.
Yeah. But I feel like we'll probably pick at least one of those. So that was my main category.
Okay.
Do you want me to go into the other group and how it's divided?
Yeah, yes. Before we jump into all of mine and my caveats and things, let's clean house.
Okay. So this is wild cards, and there's 3 of these.
Okay.
And then after that, there's like, hey, this would be a fun wild card also, but I have no idea what to do with it.
Sure.
And then there's a third group that's like kind of in the middle of those two.
Wow, so many ideas. You hear this, Disney? You hear this?
Here are the wild cards.
Okay.
This first one is a little tough in the year 2026.
Oh, no.
But I wrote down Hall of Presidents.
Okay. There's a lot of directions to take it.
Yes.
And I like it.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. I mean, you can poke fun at all the presidents. Maybe a new president.
Except for the current one.
Well, yeah.
We need the funding.
This is what I mean. Like, this is a tough sell. But, maybe a new president is in the White House and he's like struggling how to be a good president. But all the spirits of all the presidents in that that hallway where all the portraits are lined up.
Yeah.
They all can then talk to the
it's kind of like Futurama a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, like like you have all of these. You could kind of talk to them, get some advice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love it.
I wrote down the Disneyland Railroad.
Okay.
The Disneyland.
So I also said Disneyland Railroad, and that's my strongest one. I feel like.
Okay.
I think there's some really good things there. But what's your take on it?
It's essentially just a time traveling train, because on the
Wow, how did we both come up with the same idea? It's almost like that's what the train is.
Yeah, I mean, when you think of the railroad, you think, oh, it just takes you around the park. But there are a couple moments where you go through like dinosaur times and also the Wild West briefly.
Yes. Yeah.
So, you can take it to other time periods as well, but that's the basic premise.
Cool.
And then also I have Journey into Imagination with Figment.
Oh, is that what the... Yeah, with Figment. Yes, okay, in Disney World. Yes, I've been on that one.
This one is one of many that's currently listed as in development. This one, much like when we were talking about the Muppets, this is also in development with Seth Rogen. So he and the two of us have very similar
similar
ways
tastes.
we want to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny that because they were going to close down the ride, and then there was like a really big like uproar about Figment and things like that. And so then there's been this kind of resurgence in it. And I think even Martin Short is a character in the ride, or some comedy actor is
It's
kind of involved in the
Eric
ride
Idle
itself.
from Monty Python.
Oh, it's Eric Idle. Yes, kind of similar energies.
Yes.
Eric Idle and
Martin
a
Short
little bit.
is in a Disney ride, but I can't
Something
remember what
else.
it is. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, but Eric Idle, that's great. He's probably a little old now, but I mean, I guess you could come in as something too.
Sure.
You never
A little
know.
cameo, a little
Yeah.
tribute.
Yes, love it.
These other things that I don't know how to make work. So those were the three that I was like, I do feel like there's a movie in each of these three.
There's something to chew on.
Yeah.
I agree.
The ones that I didn't know how to make work, but I wanted to at least still say.
Yes.
Storybook Land canal boats. I really
thought about
wanted
that-
to try and make that work.
Yeah, I thought about that too, and I had no idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because when you go there, it's really cool. For those people that don't know, it's like a bunch of miniatures of all of these different like sets and homes and castles from all of these stories. And you're like a giant on this boat, like kind of going through, which is kind of interesting if you were to take it literally. But yeah, I like it.
Soarin', either over California or over the world.
Yep.
I don't really know what to do with that, but it's
Who
a
knows?
fun ride.
It is. It's a fun ride.
This is one that is defunct. I don't know how familiar you are with Superstar Limo.
Oh, of course.
yeah.
That was yes.
A
I
famous,
actually did,
famous disaster in the parks.
Yeah, I actually, it's funny you bring it up because I think within the last couple months I did watch a ride through video on YouTube because I was trying to remember it because I remember going to California Adventure when it opened, and I'm pretty sure I went on the ride at least once back in the day, but I watched and I was like, holy shit, what is this? They eventually replaced it with Monsters Inc.
Right.
Very similar style. It's just like a drive through of the ride. Things are just kind of happening around you, but it's a nightmare in a lot of ways, that ride. It's very, very crazy, but it felt like a lot of work went into it. I gotta say, I was kind of surprised it was so reviled in some ways. Cause I mean, I feel like there's worse rides out there, but people hated it.
Yeah, it basically the premise is you're in a limo riding around through Hollywood, and originally it was going to be a fast ride where you're escaping paparazzi. Then Princess Diana died, and they said, "Well, we can't do that." So they changed it to just a slower
Very
ride,
slow.
passing like weird like caricatures of celebrities.
Exactly. It was just like weird things kind of happening around you. Yeah, I read that. That's a bummer because that's probably what sucks so much about it is it's just slow and boring. It was just kind of a way to get out of the heat.
Mm-hmm. And then the other group that's like in between, I have nothing but it'd be fun, and I have something but they're like stranger choices, is this next group of three. I have Mickey's PhilharMagic. I don't know how familiar you are with that.
Not
it's
really.
basically just like you go in and you watch like a short movie basically where they're all trying to put on an orchestra performance of the different Disney music, but it's all the characters from a bunch of different Disney movies.
See, I like that. You get some crossover.
Exactly.
That's good IP. That's the IP blender. We love that. It's like Fortnite.
Exactly.
This is Fortnite the movie.
I have It's a Small World on here. I didn't realize that there was a TV show.
I didn't until I
me.
also have Small World too, because I also didn't realize it was a TV show at a certain point. Seems like it was forgettable.
Yeah, seems like it.
So that's on them.
And then the other thing I have is a project that was being developed by Jon Favreau like years and years ago, and I think is officially a dead project. Mm-hmm. But maybe we can, get the EKG out and revive it. It is basically either, I think it was going to be at Magic Kingdom, but we could do it at Disneyland or wherever. But essentially it's that setting plus the plot of Night at the Museum, where someone gets stuck in a Disney park and then it all comes to life after gates close.
It's so perfect.
Yeah.
That kind of idea. It's just kind of waiting for the right thing. I mean, that's like, I feel like that is the ultimate Disneyland movie. Mm-hmm. If I'm being honest, that seems like
that's got that IP crossover for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, it gets I mean, what you could do in the park as promotion and everything, and it gets people to the. Oh my god! I mean,
Yeah.
I would be not only would I be fast tracking it, I would be pouring all of the money into it. So everything would stop, and this movie would have to happen. I think like a CEO.
Yeah.
I'm very intelligent.
Yeah. What sort of pitches do you have in your notes?
Let's see. Okay, so I did not categorize them like you. You are very smart. I could have done that, but I did not. So, and I also only did Disneyland, and I
Okay.
think I only did rides or things that are actually still there. I think there's one thing that isn't. But we'll kind of go through it. Some of my ideas are very strange and are just kind of like for the shock value, I guess. But let's see. So I also had Matterhorn, Big Thunder, and Space Mountain. I kind of imagined it as like some sort of maybe some sort of action adventure that deals with those three mountains. Like it's something
so it's
where
like it's all combined into
it's
one?
all combined. Maybe it's a couple movies or something like that, but there's like something each of these is like in a different kingdom or different land or whatever like that, and maybe space-time is being ripped apart and you have to get all these things going, and so it involves going to all of these different worlds, I guess, to make it a little more unique from your idea. But I think just a Matterhorn movie or Expedition Everest is great, because I think that there's just having the Yeti Sasquatch thing, it's pretty good. And especially like I love the Matterhorn one if you kind of keep it a little fun too, like not so like oh my, like it's not in the thin air when you're kind of like trying to climb Mount Everest and dying.
Right.
It's nothing like that. So there are those. I kind of just combined all those together. I don't know what I would do if individually with some of those, like Space Mountain especially. That one seems kind of like kind of a wild idea. I also said it's a small world. I don't know. It could just be fun. I don't know if either of us feel too strongly about a direction for that. I have Disneyland Railroad, and we both have kind of a similar idea, where it is kind of a time traveling train. It's kind of like at the end of Back to the Future Part 3. You kind of come in and you can go all over the place. You have to fix it, though. You got to fix something you messed up, or something's in trouble. Someone else got a hold of the technology and they've gone back, and you're chasing them around, fixing the problems they created until you finally face them in the end. So that's the railroad idea. I have Toontown as just as an overall idea. You could see how that might work. Kind of, it could go in the direction of Who Framed Roger Rabbit a little bit. You kind of some humans end up in Toontown and have to fix something. All of these are fixing something, but I guess that's just what movies are. Character has to fix something.
Yeah.
Who knew? I have this one's going to be weird, and I think this one is defunct, but I was just like, what is something I really liked about Disneyland? And it was the light parade. You know about the light parade?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know if I've ever attended the light parade, but I am familiar with the concept. It's a parade of lights.
Kind of exactly. There's a lot of lights on everything. It's basically like a bunch of floats. You could think like Rose Parade, but instead of roses, it's lights. So it's just like all sorts of things. It's very cool, and I do tend to like it. No idea what to do with that. It's just something that I was like, oh, it's an evocative thing. I don't know. And then we have Davy Crockett Explorer Canoes.
Sure.
You could go ride around. People are in trouble. I don't know. That would be like deep IP. I think that's kind of something you do when you're kind of out of ideas. Or this is the idea. My next idea is the one where if you're out, you go for, no one's ever made a movie quite like this. Fireworks, the movie.
It's true. No one's made a movie like that.
I don't even know where they would go, but isn't it so evocative?
Yeah.
Of a time, a place, a smell, a feeling. They pride themselves on the fireworks, so why not make a movie about them? Maybe they're all little characters. Maybe there's a fireworks accident. There's a lot of possibilities and directions to take that. And then finally, my last idea is the King Arthur carousel. And I think that kind of goes in the same vein as the kind of like coming to life Disneyland movie. Is my take would be, okay, all like these all kind of come to life. There's something about, and I guess like Something Wicked This Way Comes, that Ray Bradbury book, has like a carnival carousel situation. I think riding the carousel, I guess maybe it's more like the railroad idea, riding the carousel, maybe time changes or something like that, or these things come to life, all of these creatures, and so on. There's something magical about the carousel that you can use. So it's like a smaller version of the Disneyland movie, the infamous one that we're already attached to. But so yeah, those are the things I cooked up, pooped out. So here we are.
I mean, I feel like I have the two that feel like the two we should pick, and I don't know if you also feel like we're kind of locked in already.
I feel I want to hear what your thoughts are.
I think we got to pick Disneyland Railroad and Matterhorn bobsleds.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think if we're going, but I will say, I think you trumped me. Oh, I don't like using that. I think you, oh God, what's another word? You came out on top.
Progressive candidate.
On this one. Yes, exactly. You progressive candidated me.
Yeah.
With some really great options this time. I want to, there's so many I want to choose from in yours,
I know.
This
is a rough episode for us to decide we're only going to do 2 instead of 4. There are a lot of good ideas out here.
Yeah, but we're already 30 minutes in,
I know.
And we haven't even done the things. But I think we're on track.
I think so too.
Everything is good. But this is why all of all previous episodes have gone on so long.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Matterhorn and Disneyland Railroad.
All right.
Let's lock in. So now, let me get my handy-dandy notepad for myself. With that, where do you want to go first?
I mean, maybe I'll be proven wrong. But I do think Matterhorn is easier, and so maybe we start with that.
I think so. I think it is kind of self-explanatory in some way, not to... make it look easy. It ain't easy. Maybe it's easy for us, but I don't even know. I really got to figure out how best, and producers, stop listening. I need to think of how to best really present these things so the producers think it's a lot of hard work, but we're naturally good at it.
Yeah. That's
tricky.
That is tricky.
Yeah. All right, producers, come on back. Thank you for stepping out briefly. Okay, so I can think of some ideas for Matterhorn. What do you have any right out the gate directions to take it?
I mean, right out the gate, I like the idea of, and this was something I felt about a lot of the ones that I had kind of grouped with Matterhorn, is I like man versus nature type of things. So even though it doesn't have to be oh, we're dying hiking up this mountain, but battling the elements, and then you throw in the Sasquatch in there as well. I mean, maybe at the end, the Sasquatch is angry because they're protecting little Sasquatches or whatever it is, to be hey, but animals aren't evil, you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. So I think, and I think just to be correct here, I think it's a Yeti. I think you're right.
Yeti.
Yeah. I want to be politically correct.
Yeah. Thank you
on our hairy
human.
Thank you
for keeping me honest.
Yes, exactly. So I agree. There's So I guess there's something else we need to really think about when we're talking about like a Disney movie.
Right.
These are Disney, right?
Yes.
We're going to pitch these to Disney, not to
I don't know
Universal?
of any other studios that are going to be like, yeah, I'll make a movie based on a Disneyland ride.
Yeah, interesting. That is kind of strange that they wouldn't do that. I'll have to do some research on why that is. But every Disney movie needs something cute.
Yeah.
You kind of need something cute nowadays. And so I think, kind of in line with what you're saying, maybe there is a running into a baby Yeti, and kind of like maybe part of it is like getting the baby Yeti back home to the Yeti family. But there's another Yeti that's kind of like maybe coming after you. Maybe that's too, because here's the thing. How fun do we make it? You know, like how
Sure.
serious is it? That becomes kind of one of the tricky things here, because you kind of go into, because what is like when Disney's making a movie, it's either like motivational sports is kind of like a lot of some of their live action direction they go. And I don't even know how much they do that much anymore, but then it's all just kind of like action adventure with, I guess, some level of silliness involved. And then it kind of goes off the rails always at the end into some chaos.
Yeah.
What's your thought on the direction?
I mean,
mood-wise?
I think closer to action adventure with a little bit of silliness, and we'll just do
Yeah.
our best to, and pun intended, because of the next one we're going to talk about, but we'll try to keep it on the rails.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
It is like you do need something cute. I think you're right.
But-
You're right in terms of that is what will be the studio mandate. I don't know if you're right in terms
need
of what we
toys.
story-wise need, but yes.
I know. And I think now that I've kind of said it out loud, I think I don't... So Project Hail Mary is about to come out.
Yes.
Just before we record this. So this is dating this episode.
It'll
that will
probably
come out
be
months after.
out on Blu-ray by the time this comes out.
Exactly, yes. So that one has like and they're really revealing it right out the gate, but there's like a little rock character that's kind of like working with Ryan Gosling's astronaut, and they're kind of figuring things out. There's something about working with a Yeti or something like that to achieve a goal, but then it starts to feel like you have less of the othering of the Yeti as like a villainous sort of thing. It all immediately humanizes the Yeti and makes you feel like empathy for them right out of the gate. I don't know if that's the way we'd want it to be. If we didn't go that direction and we needed something cute, there's plenty of other, I guess, cute little animals that we could come up with that could be involved if that's the way it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do think you need a big scary Yeti in this movie. And whether there's...
Have you ever seen Congo? Ever seen that movie Congo?
Ooh, I don't think so, no.
So that movie is like a talking gorilla that they've taken them with into the jungle. But then there's also like these evil gorillas out there. And so... But they look different. They look much scarier.
Yeah.
Obviously. They found a way to like make it work. But that's one where you have like this very like humanized gorilla and then the evil gorillas. So it can work. It can work.
Yeah, I think something along those lines is probably closer to where we should go. I do also feel like, you can have a villainous human in there as well. I feel like...
I do like that.
I mean, Clayton from Tarzan kind of feels like a solid blueprint or a jumping off point.
Yeah.
Of someone. Maybe they're out there to capture or Yetis or mythical creatures of any kind.
Yes, a cryptozoologist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, there's like it could be an expedition that is going out to the Matterhorn that is kind of an attempt to find the Yeti. And so you bring on like a couple people, and one of those people is the Clayton type. He's also kind of like Robert Muldoon from Jurassic Park, like the guns,
Yeah.
the security, that they're serious. And I guess Roland Tembo in The Lost World, for all of you Lost World heads out there. You have these characters, the safari game hunter type,
Sure.
that kind of come with you on this, that have a big ass gun and are violent. And then you have a scientist, and then you have kind of another. But I like kind of diversifying the character sheet with a number, but then something happens maybe that separates everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're kind of left with our kind of like lead scientist character type. But then what is like, I guess, like, what are they really trying to do? Is it like a rag, like, is it a bunch of like cryptozoologists that are like, hey, we want to finally prove once and for all that Yetis are real? Or is it like, we want to bring this Yeti we found back home? Or is it something else? Do you see what I mean?
I do see what you mean, and I think we can go either way, which, like, I know is not really helpful to hear in the writer's
that
room.
means we get to decide.
Yeah, because I like the idea too of the big game hunter being a red herring for who turns on the group.
Ooh, sure.
Because I feel like it's often very obvious what's going to happen when you see these types of movies, and I'd like to keep that expectation until the turn when it's a different character who switches.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe it is bring the Yeti back, like, with them, because then you get chased by the big scary Yeti as you're taking the like little cute one on most of the adventure.
Exactly. There's like they can smell it, like, and that's what the big game hunter, we think it's the big game hunter, but they know, like, we're attracting the Yetis, and they're like, whoever the bad guy is basically like, I'm gonna be ready. And maybe they also, whoever this person is, has been kind of putting them in precarious situations in an attempt to kind of like free this baby Yeti or something, so that they can attract the big bad, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe that is the direction to go. It's a weird one. I feel like there's not. It is weird. It makes me really want to watch Congo, because now I'm thinking we're making Congo. Yeah. So okay, let's go down this path a little bit. How do these people end up with this baby Yeti to take back home?
Well, let me even backtrack from there. What time period do you think we should set this in? Is this modern day? Is this in the
modern day
50s?
Kind of,
I don't know when the Matterhorn ride itself is supposed to be.
Yeah,
in theory set.
Yeah. I think it's been around there for a while. So I think the 60s or 70s feels right. I tend to, especially movies like that, this kind of like adventure, like having modern day technology kind of messes with it a little bit. It doesn't feel as like, oh man, we're not going to make it. It feels like, oh yeah, I guess you could make the satellite phone runs out of battery or whatever. But I have Starlink, and they set up their Starlink or whatever. I would say like the 70s or something like that. Okay. 60s, 70s.
Yeah, I mean, then I guess as far as like how they get together and how they know to go get the Yeti.
Okay, here. There is a like, and we have to also make the Matterhorn feel, maybe it has to be even earlier than the 60s or 70s. Like, it has to feel like the Matterhorn, its mountain itself, is like, we don't go there. It's dangerous. People die hiking up that. It has to feel like really treacherous and terrifying. But I do think that maybe there's a little remote German village down there that like somehow ends up rescuing this baby Yeti. Maybe someone was like on the going on the Matterhorn or whatever, and like came across this thing that was lost and was like raising it like it was a person, but then there's very quickly like that is not a human baby. That is something else, and they call like someone who calls someone who calls someone, and then it's kind of like all these people kind of come together of like who are believers, because everyone's like, no, that's not that, no, that's not that, but the people that do think it's like, oh, this might be a Yeti, and we should, but then why bring it back? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Maybe they're not bringing it back. Maybe that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, maybe.
I do want to keep you honest, if I may. I don't know that it would be a German village, as the Matterhorn mountain is located on the border of Italy and Switzerland.
So it's a German village, and I'm sticking to it. Oh my god, that's so funny! Wow, I did not realize that. So the accent, because it was always like it felt like a German accent in on the ride itself, but you're right. It's Swiss.
Yeah, I think
Swiss does. They do every language. Like it's always like Swiss German, Swiss Italian, Swiss French, or whatever. So I'm still incorrect, but the accent might be German. Yeah, so thank you.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I guess this is. Maybe it truly is. Maybe there's like, okay, I'm just going to start throwing out ideas and we can immediately throw them in the garbage or whatever, but just to keep things moving, right?
Send them.
Maybe there's a ski resort on this mountain.
Okay.
And as they're skiing, maybe somebody catches a glimpse of the Yeti. Either the cute one or the scary one. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then they start telling other people, hey, I think I saw like some creature up there. And everybody's like, you're
maybe
an
really
insane
bad
person.
photography or something like that. Yeah.
And then maybe there's, I guess, if they took a like bad photo of it, then maybe you have two different groups. One who's like, we got to kill that thing. And then one who's like, well, no. I just want to see what it is, or like it didn't seem, maybe it's the cute one, and so then they're like, it didn't seem harmful, and so they're racing to one to protect and one to kill, and then in the protecting team somebody's gonna double cross and be like, actually I'm working with the other group.
Okay, so do you think it's better to have like two separate groups, or one that has both kind of people within it?
Maybe one that has both within it, just to keep things.
It feels like that because you could still have all of those elements.
Yeah.
Because I think we do end up having a separation of the group at a certain point that then creates that.
Yes, agreed.
That thing, right?
Yeah.
Man, I'm still trying to figure out how to, because I think this is the idea. I think this is the direction we go, because I like it. It makes sense.
Yeah.
To, I'm getting calls right now from the producers. They're saying, you've talked about this movie for a long time. we feel pretty good about it.
Yeah. You can even open it the same way you were talking about. We're like, no, we'd never go up onto the mountain. It's too dangerous. And then you hard cut to a couple years later, and there's like a busy ski resort like going up and down. Yeah. It's like building on an Indian burial ground or whatever. It's got like that sort of, like, these people are disturbing the mountain as well. Like they kind of built this whole thing. Ooh, the head of the ski resort is the one that hires the team, and it's basically like, hey, this is not good for business. Yeah,
I need this kind of figured out. Okay. And then it ends up being like, okay, you bring in all of these different people to cover your bases. And you're like, okay, we need the hunter, the scientist, all of these things. And maybe even the Swiss guy, I guess I'm saying a Swiss guy, the Swiss guy who works at the, who has the ski resort is like, hey, is kind of like wants it to be killed and captured and like, have it like as a suit or something. I don't know, but it's
like it'd be really awesome to like mount it on the lodge.
Yes. Ooh, yeah. There's something like that, and he's got like there's a hunting lodge or something, and he wants to fill it with that. So is maybe that the hunter guy is like his like personal friend or something like that. And so there's like kind of a connection. And I think that will make it even more thinking the double cross is clearly that guy.
Right.
Because it's like from the very beginning, it's like, oh yeah, of course. Why wouldn't it be? But then it ends up being someone else. Still don't really know how would we get the baby Yeti. Maybe that's a bad idea to bring in this baby Yeti situation.
I think that this movie can have a baby Yeti, but maybe that's not as big of a focus.
Yeah. Okay. We'll say it's not as big of a focus, and we maybe it's something that kind of happens near the midpoint or something like that, is like this encounter with this baby Yeti. And our lead character, is the one that kind of discovers it. And that's where we get the humanization a little bit of the Yeti, which makes him, the race to stopping the hunter becomes even more extreme, as it's like, oh my God, they're going to kill the mother of this baby. We got to go do something about it. Boom.
Yeah. I like it.
I think we got it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So thinking of casting, it can go a lot of different directions. I think we need to bring in some humor and some fun, but also have that action adventure danger that you get, like hanging off the side of the cliff and needs to be rescued sort of action situations, right?
Yes.
So you kind of need someone that can do a lot of different things, or at least people that kind of fill different roles. So I guess let's maybe think about what kind of characters we want here.
Yeah, so we know we need like a hunter. We know we probably want to cast the owner of the ski resort. A cryptozoologist, maybe like an expert hiker who knows the terrain.
Sure. So it gives us 3. I feel like we want one more.
I mean, my instinct is like photographer, but I don't know. I mean, I guess, and maybe this is the person who initially skied and saw the thing. Maybe they go on the expedition to prove to everyone, I know what I saw. I'm going to get a better photo.
Yeah. Because I do like the idea. It reminds me of King Kong, the Peter Jackson King Kong, where like there's this obsession with getting the shot that the Jack Black character has. And I kind of like this, a character that goes to, is kind of like, all right, I have to capture this, and is like all of these things. So yeah, I think we could do the person who discovers it, can also kind of be like a amateur photographer or something like that, and kind of brings like too much gear, and they're kind of like a wealthy person.
Yeah, they're definitely a wealthy person.
And so easy to kill him off too. I think that's a person we could kill him off as well, because you don't feel so bad. But I think like rich, kind of out of their element, goes in too deep kind of guy.
How do you feel about this? And we can completely discard this, but
sure,
the Matterhorn ride is often known to have had a basketball court inside the ride. Is our wealthy person a basketball player? And that's how they made.
Ooh, that's the tie-in.
That's the tie-in. Maybe they have some sort of hallucination as they are stuck in the elements of.
You know what?
The basketball court.
Why not? Yeah. At the very least, it's a deleted scene that everyone can be like, whoa. Or it's the end credits. It's just him playing basketball
with the baby Yeti.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Okay. We have to have that in there. Okay.
In there.
So rich basketball player. Yeah. Maybe he has a Sherpa that carries all of his gear for him.
I think so.
Okay, so we want a Sherpa too. Okay, I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think okay, so who hunter?
I think you want an action guy. I think you want maybe even someone who's always or often a villain, so that you're even extra like this guy's obviously going to turn.
Yeah. I'm thinking of a few. Needs an accent, of course. That's usually how it goes.
I'm not super familiar with a lot of his filmography, but the first name that came to my mind was Ed Skrein or Screen. He's the bad guy in the first Deadpool.
Yeah. He is. Yeah, he plays a lot of baddies. He's in the Rebel Moon movies,
yes,
which of course you've seen.
Alita Battle Angel, I think he's briefly in.
Yeah. So yeah, he fits it really well. I'll just say one other just to throw it out there is Mads Mikkelsen, or someone that like really has that kind of like Eastern European or I guess more Nordic thing going on. But I think Ed Skrein, if that feels better of the two, I say we could lock it in.
Okay, yeah, let's lock it in.
Okay. Really need a buzzer. Okay. Oh, as we're thinking about it, I think that the basketball player will be the one that turns in the end.
Yeah, I like that.
Because I think in the end, it's like they're sacrificing the Sherpa, they're sacrificing everyone to do something. And we'll kind of save that, because I'm like thinking about who will be the actual baddie. I think that's the one.
I like that idea.
Let's go to basketball player.
Yeah, okay.
Let's think about that.
I think this is also where you can get a lot of comic relief because they're out of their element for most of the movie.
This one's a funny version.
Okay.
Would be JB Smoove. That's a very different one.
That is a very different vibe, because again, like when you started, I was like, okay, a name popped into my mind, and then it was not close to JB Smoove, but
yeah. it's a direction, right?
It is.
Yes.
The name that popped into my mind when you started was Daniel Kaluuya. Obviously very different. Very different types.
Yeah.
I mean, both can be comedic. But they're just, it's a different.
Yeah, okay. All right. So we have to decide, because I'm still very like, I kind of do like the JB Smoove, because you kind of want like kind of a goofy kind of guy.
I agree. My question is JB too old at this point to play that role?
Yeah, I mean, regardless, I mean, I guess, that's the question. That would mean they don't, they don't play basketball currently.
Yeah.
It'd be like a Michael Jordan situation where it was like, oh, I was big, and depending on the time period, I mean, they were like, this would be like very early NBA stuff. Maybe the NBA wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't
actually.
It doesn't have to be a current player type or anything. But
true. Yeah, so that would be like a not currently a player situation. So would they? I do like the Daniel Kaluuya in the sense that like he's maybe like. Oh, so these are the other directions. JB Smoove maybe isn't that athletically inclined,
yeah.
I guess. Yes, inclined. While Daniel Kaluuya would be much more so. It would be like can almost like out hike a number of these people, can do all of these things, but is also wealthy enough to have like the Sherpa and stuff like that. So you know what?
Is there someone between JB and Daniel that we can land on? How do you feel about Lil Rel Howery?
Oh, it's the in between.
That feels like the gap.
I think
it is.
I think it is the in between where it can go in a lot of directions.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Why not?
Okay.
I'm willing to lock it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that plays into it a little bit, though.
Oh, maybe, yeah. It gives him a little attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could have had LeBron James.
That's true.
Yeah. Because he's probably looking for roles. Okay. Owner of the ski resort. I kind of like a caricature. So part of me is like Danny McBride. playing like a over the top Swiss guy, or like an Alexander Skarsgård.
I also thought Alexander Skarsgård or Stellan Skarsgård.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm looking up Swiss actors. I'm looking up Italian actors since it's on the border.
De Niro, Pacino, DeVito, Travolta, Sinatra. Oh, Sinatra's dead.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to cast him.
No. John Turturro.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, let's do that
Let's
then.
do that. Let's do Turturro.
That feels like a good one. Okay. So I think our cryptozoologist and our expert hiker are probably going to be our kind of like leads.
Yeah.
I imagine they are the ones that kind of get like separate, or I don't know, because I think we might want the basketball player with our lead character for a lot of the movie. It depends how the separation happens.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
It can go in a few different ways. So I kind of, I think we should cast women in both of these roles.
Okay.
I think so. I think to kind of round it out,
Yeah.
it's okay if they get paired off.
Yeah.
I think it'd be good.
I'm into that.
Okay.
I mean, if you want me to just shout out the first name that popped into my mind,
Go.
and maybe because we've mentioned pirates so many times, but Keira Knightley jumps out at me as a name for one of those two roles.
Ooh, I like it. Yeah. Yeah, kind of the inquisitive. She'd be the lead, kind of. Why not?
Yeah, okay.
I think we get kind of the Pirates of the Caribbean, like the prestige of like, this is a Disney movie. Like, this is a Disneyland ride movie. Okay. So then who could be a good hiker?
I'm going to say that we might want to go young with this one. Like,
okay.
I mean,
like
the
that.
Sherpa can also be young, I guess, as well. But
Yeah.
just trying to vary up the ages here in this cast so far. I mean, we
Zendaya came to mind, which is weird.
I know, but the same thing happened to me. But we cast this person in one of our Muppet adaptations, I believe. And I should have looked up how to pronounce her name since then, but I didn't.
I know who you're talking about. You're
Rice.
talking. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And honestly, I like her a lot. And I think if we keep saying her name, I think eventually she'll come.
Yeah.
So I say let's just do it.
Yeah, okay. Great. And you want to try to cast the Sherpa as well?
Yeah, let's do the Sherpa. Really don't want to get racist with it. So I'm trying. That's
was
the line.
like, what if the Matterhorn is in Switzerland and Italy?
Yeah. Oh,
Would a Sherpa?
Okay. Yeah.
What kind of
doesn't
Sherpa is it? It doesn't. Maybe the Sherpa is
Yeah,
the
I was
wrong
thinking
term,
Everest.
but yeah.
Yeah.
But
okay.
some sort of
that
just
was
pack mule, basically, is
Yeah,
what we'll
yes,
say instead
exactly.
to
Yeah.
differentiate it. Can
Okay,
also
so,
be somebody that maybe is like his assistant that he always is
Oh,
always with him all the time.
yes. Yeah, and he's like treating him like a Sherpa,
Yeah.
but it's not. It's not that. I like that actually a lot.
Okay.
Man, that feels like the Little Rel Howery role is the Sherpa
Sure.
actually.
Yeah.
But we could figure out someone else. And then there's also another direction where it's just like a guy who speaks Italian and no other language. Like it's just Italian, and so it's kind of like funny.
Honestly, I
humor
think
in
that's.
that way.
I think I like
That's
that the best.
That's the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like you can hear him just yelling in Italian the whole time.
Yeah.
Maybe this is
an unknown, a
this is
local
an
hire.
unknown.
Yeah.
This is a local hire with just some comedic chops, and this will get the Italians in the cinema. Local Italian hire. That's the note for the producers.
Yeah, because hey, by the way, you got to shoot this on location. Baby.
Yes, exactly. Oh, yes, it has to be.
We're not going to the volume, We're going.
Yeah.
We're going to
Yeah.
the mountain.
Yes. Oh yeah, they're gonna want to go to the volume. Fuck.
I know.
Oh well. I guess it's local Los Angeles Italian hire.
Right. Yeah.
Cool.
I feel good about it.
Boom, we locked in. And we're over the time that I had specified, but
When you said the time, I was like, ain't no way that's going to
no
happen.
way. I wanted to hit an hour. We have the Disneyland Railroad movie. Mm-hmm. The next big hit that hits everything. It could also be, it can go in so many different directions. It could be a time-traveling, IP-traveling train that is almost Kingdom Hearts style, can go into other Disney worlds, or we keep it grounded and it's just going through time. What do you think?
I think that this movie takes some of the other elements of some of these other pitches. I think that the train starts in Disneyland. I think that it's passengers who are actually on the Disneyland Railroad ride.
A lot of passengers. Yeah.
Maybe it's the last ride of the night or whatever.
Yes.
It's during the electric light parade and the fireworks are going off.
Yeah, something hits.
Yeah.
The wire flies down that Tinkerbell usually rides on or something like that. It goes, hits the main street thing and gets into the train, and then right when they go through that first tunnel, it changes. It's Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
It's the lights are going through, and all of a sudden, here you are. So that we could follow like what the ride actually is. Like I think we do have to go to Dinosaur Times.
I do think we have to as well.
Yeah, that's like the one that feels the one where they really put their whole ass into it.
Yeah,
you might say. So, okay, we have that. Is there any other like element? What's the conflict? Is it just trying to get back alive? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it is just trying to get back.
Yeah.
But I think also like just character conflicts of you have the conductor, because there's always the conductor on the railroad.
Yeah.
And then just a bunch of passengers who, like, almost like a Lost situation. At the beginning of Lost, the plane crashes. Now you've got all these people together trying to survive, trying to find a way home, and they don't all get along.
Who'd have thunk? You're saying everyone at Disneyland doesn't get along with each other?
There are always those stories of fights breaking out at Disneyland.
Yes.
So we'll have a lot of that type of thing.
Okay. Wow, this is wild to make it like Lost, where it's like
I think Lost
maybe
is definitely an inspiration here.
Maybe it is just like, instead of like so like time travel-y, it just goes to the first place, and maybe it leaves room for sequels. It could just like go to Dinosaur Times.
Yeah, I think maybe we can go. I don't know if we go to one other time period, or because my concern is then everybody goes, oh, it's Jurassic Park.
Sure.
And so I don't know if you want to also then have one other thing. Yeah. To be like, this is different than Jurassic Park.
So then if we have one other thing, we probably want two other things. We probably want just like to round it out. Sure. Like, we go to the Dinosaur Times. It can show the danger. Mm-hmm. Like plenty, like some people die. They're like, oh, there's nothing to worry about. We're fine.
Yeah.
The person gets eaten.
Yeah.
And then it's really like trying to survive. Not sure how the train moves. Like how we make that work, because there are no tracks in that time. But I think it could just like fly around. Maybe
I think so, yeah.
There's some magical to it.
Yeah, I think that there's gonna have to just be the explanation of like, it's magical.
Okay, and then maybe
because I mean, if it is from the Disney park, then you can just like, hey, there's Disney magic in this train, baby.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I think. Yeah, we kind of said it could be like Back to the Future style, like lightning, whatever, electric light parade. I also think that we could go Polar Express, and the conductor is magical. or something like that, where there's like something about him, like he's been working at the park for 60 years and he's retiring or something like that.
And
say,
like, this is his last
yes,
ride.
This is his last ride. And he says like over the intercom, he's like, buckle your seat belts. This one's going to be a wild ride or something like that. And then takes them on a journey or something.
Maybe he's trying to get back to a different time period.
Oh.
Accidentally goes too far.
Yeah.
And so he is trying to get... He's working with everyone. Like, we've got to figure out a way to get back. You know, I know the train pretty well. It acts up, but it's, you know, that we don't want to be here in dinosaur times.
Yes, exactly. Yes. It usually... maybe it usually works, but then that storm thing happened... And then it kind of like sent it off. And then, okay, I like that. I also like possibly like when we get to our first place, like the conductor's gone. And that's like part of like, they have to kind of like find the conductor briefly. Maybe he flew off or something like that. I'm thinking like in Lost, that's kind of like how it starts. They're like, we got to find the pilot. Like, which is like a good like direction versus just like, I'm confused. Like, let's, because I'm not exactly sure. I think once they find him, he can probably get them to the next time easily. Yeah. But it still isn't necessarily solving the problem. So I imagine they're able to, once they get the conductor again, hear more about what it all is around the fire in the jungles of dinosaur times. They end up going to the next time period. And then once they go to the next time period and it still is wrong, they have to figure out, okay, we gotta figure out how this works now. And so then it becomes like, and maybe it's like Western time or something like that. Does that feel, I
do think Western is one of them, since that is the other like diorama you go through on the railroad.
Sure, yeah. Obviously it's very Back to the Future Part 3 in this, but I think that's fine.
Yeah, I think that's fine too. I think the question is, what time period is the conductor, he or she, trying to get back to? Is it Western?
Oh, it's when the park opened.
Is it? Oh, okay. Oh, that'd be, that's a good idea. I like that.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. You know what's so funny? There's a story about a conductor of the Disneyland train that I don't think we can use this necessarily, but that like crashed the train one day or like ran into something. I think it was on the first day. And then just like walked off the job and never came back. And no one even like has that person's name or anything like that. I don't know if how that would work, but that's an interesting Disneyland lore thing. There's just a guy that just like disappeared on day one because he made a mistake and was like, I'm not going to fucking deal with this.
Yeah, I like that. Let's see if I can find any truth to that.
That left the train on day one. Let's see. This is where AI comes in. Okay, that's not... I did not make this up. Come on, AI, make something up for me.
Here we go. Incidents down here on Wikipedia. Within a week of Disneyland's opening on July 17th, 1955, a brakeman pulled the switch connecting the Disneyland's railroad main line with a siding at Main Street, USA Station. Too soon, as the Retlaw 2 freight train on the siding was passing the Retlaw 1 passenger train, stopped at the station on the main line. The caboose on the end had not fully made it across the switch when it was pulled, and as a result, the caboose's front set of wheels correctly traveled along the siding, while the rear set of wheels incorrectly traveled, causing the caboose to swing to the side before colliding with a concrete slab and derailing upon impact. Due to the ensuing commotion, the erring brakeman, presumably to avoid disciplinary action, quietly left the scene of the accident, exited the park, and was not seen again. No injuries were reported.
Okay.
I feel like that's...
It has to be them.
It has to be them. Either he is trying to go back. Either he's the brakeman that pulled the wrong lever, or pulled the lever at the wrong time, or like I don't know, maybe he like took the blame for it. Maybe there wasn't. You probably don't. Disney probably wouldn't allow you to fudge it so that there were injuries or whatever.
No,
so.
yeah, no. I part of me wants to say like they pulled it too early, and that's what sent them through time. Like something happened, and that's what did it.
Yeah,
and shot them maybe into the future, or shot them into the past, or shot them, and that's how they know about it. And they left. But in reality, they went to a totally different time period.
Yeah.
Like, no one knows what happened to them. So I think that's probably how you kind of spin it. Obviously, Disney's not going to like anyone looking that up, that there was some accident back in the day. But it is what it is. It's part of history. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah, the super fans of the park are going to...
They're going to love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. What do you think about that? You think about like that's kind of what sent them through time?
Yeah, I
that's
think so.
How they disappeared?
I think so, yeah.
So then they want to go... Okay, they want to go back to 1950s to avoid that ever happening? Like go back to the beginning of Disneyland?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know fully what the connection is, but I feel like we have to use that story.
Yeah. Oh, it could be. Okay, here's the other thing. We have a Jumanji situation where the guy goes through time and he ends up somewhere else. Maybe it's in dinosaur times. Maybe it's whatever. Dinosaur times could be interesting because then when he gets there, he kind of knows what to do. But ends up at a certain point, like traveling boop, 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 all over the place, ends up in the present day. Like knocks out the conductor of the actual train and puts on the clothes and everything like that, and then decides to try to use it to go back to the 50s so that he can avoid having ever traveled in time, get back to his family, get back to his life, have that nice job at Disneyland he always wanted. But he's an old man now because he kind of bounced all over time. What do you think?
Yeah, I think something like that where he's haunted to have traveled through time, but he has to travel again in order to fix his life.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost like a Castaway situation too, where like when he came back, like his wife had remarried and like moved on and stuff, and so he's like, everything's ruined because I pulled the switch too early. Now I'm going to do it again to try and fix it.
Yes. And it's good because it kind of lets him be a little crazy.
Yeah.
Too. Whoever it is. Okay. So let's have it be that. They kind of like bounce around through time. They end up back in the present day old and they decide, okay, let's try this one more time. And then it sends them through, but it's too far.
Yeah.
Do we like the idea of him like having been to the dinosaur period and kind of like he's not on the train when they kind of like are looking for him because he knows kind of what to do? Or because I'm trying to think of what time periods but I mean it could be anything. Maybe it's so random. He's kind of like, oh, I've been in jungles before, but I was in the Amazon during this sort of thing, and this is a piece of cake. And then something happens that it's clearly not a piece of cake, and he's fucking terrified and like something.
Yeah, I think something like that. There must be something that he knows a little bit how to do. Yeah, so he's like, oh man, I really don't want to come back here. Like,
yes, okay. So, dinosaurs, Wild West, far, far future.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, and then back to the 50s or something like that. Or you get rid of the far, far future and it is the 50s instead.
Yeah.
But I like the future because I like not spending too much time in dinosaurs. Like it's just kind of for the shock value.
Yes, agreed.
And they're able to get out pretty fast. And then they kind of do a little bit more in West, and then maybe they do even a little bit more in the future, where they're able to kind of get the tech. Maybe there's time traveling is kind of like normal in the future. And they kind of get the tech they need to actually get to the right time. They end up in the 50s and kind of say goodbye to him or her, and then sends them back to the present day.
Yeah. I think I'm on board with that.
Okay, on board.
Yeah, I'm on board. I'm
All
buckled
aboard.
in. The bar.
I will
is
say,
secure.
I'm going to keep you honest. There's no buckling.
Yeah, I didn't think
on the
so.
railroad.
I haven't been in a
I
while.
said it though. I said it earlier.
Yeah.
I said they got buckled up, so that's on me. Okay, I think that's the story.
Yeah, I think so too.
We got it. I love it.
So we know we need the conductor or the person from the 50s who
Yes.
has changed.
Yeah. We need a kid. I think
sure.
probably a kid is the kind of sidekick. Kind of like everyone else is kind of like falling apart and screaming and kind of like it's chaos. But
Yeah.
this kid is able to figure things out a little bit. Okay. Oh, Disney's gonna fucking love this.
Get some
You gotta-
Disney adults in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. Yeah. And then I think you just kind of get a slew of really funny people like that you just have kind of go nuts that you can kill too. Like in fun way. Like, I don't want to make it because maybe Disney actually wouldn't like that.
Well, we don't know what Josh D'Amaro likes. We know Bob Iger
True.
would not be on board
Bloody.
with this one.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Disney gets a lot bloodier.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it is just we could think of like the conductor, the kid, and then maybe a Wild West character and a future character.
Okay. Yeah, because I think the rest is just like, it's just archetypes. Like you're going to see the Disney influencers, the Disney adults with their like matching shirts or
Yes.
when they go Disney bounding. Are you familiar with Disney bounding, Ryan?
No, I would love to know, what is Disney bounding?
Disney bounding is when you are an adult and they don't let you bring, they don't let adults dress as the characters because that causes confusion among small children in the park. But maybe
True.
you want to be dressed as your favorite Disney character, so you do like vague like color things. So it's like, yeah, I guess you're kind of dressed like Goofy with your orange shirt and jeans and green hat or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
it's things like that. Or you're dressed like Mirabelle from Encanto.
Look at you.
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
pretty good.
Don't stop. Keep going.
Dressed like Miguel from Coco. You're dressed,
Oh. Okay, you did Coco and Encanto.
I know.
You gotta
yeah.
move away.
I mean, they were linked together a little bit. Maybe
they are.
you were dressed like Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
Okay. All right. All right. Now we're getting into the regular stuff.
Yeah.
I think
You're all caught up. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I
But
like
yeah,
all
definitely
that.
some stuff like that. Definitely, Karen types. Probably
Sure.
people on the Rascal scooters. Just
Yes.
Maybe
Oh, yeah. That's fun.
a family of tourists that don't speak any English. So that same sort of lost dynamic with
I think that's
Jin.
yeah. Jin and Son.
Yeah.
Yes. Look at us. We're lost brained.
I only watched it for the first time last year, 2 years ago.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
it's relatively
Yeah.
fresh.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I rewatched it relatively recently again, and very exciting.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Okay. But yeah, so I feel like there's a lot that you can do with like familiar faces, but not necessarily that we need to cast because they're not really rounded characters.
Yes. Cool. Okay. So then let's get a couple characters in here.
But I guess first I just want to clarify, who is our protagonist? Is it the crazy conductor? Because that doesn't feel right to me.
Yeah. I think it's the kid.
The kid and maybe like their parent or parents.
Yeah.
Like that family
part of me
dynamic.
is like, man, isn't there? Yeah, I guess there's that too. Because part of me is like but then no kid is really there. I do like the idea of the kid. The parents were like, like, we don't want to ride this ride. Okay. Like, just go ride it. We'll be here.
Yeah.
We're done with the park. We're over it.
Yeah.
And this kid loves Disneyland. They're like, all right, go ride the ride. And then so they have no parents. And so that's why I think they kind of like connect with the conductor a little bit on like,
yeah, I like that.
On some level. So then you kind of glue these two together, and the kid grounds the conductor in kind of reality.
Yeah.
Of like, hey, there's some stakes here. What are you doing? But is also like really excited to go back, is like asking about like what was Disneyland like back in the day. And so there's also some knowledge that they can share with the kid. And then the kid gets to the 50s, kind of doesn't want to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like, I like it here, but I miss my family. And then the guy's like does something or something. And it's just like, you know what? I'll leave something for you. Or like he has when he goes back to the present day, there's like, maybe there's a brick that says something, or there's like something waiting for him. Like it's like Back to the Future with the letter, like he's got a letter delivered just at this exact time.
Yeah. I'm into that.
Cool.
Okay. So who is our conductor?
Oh Lord. Jason Mantzoukas.
I mean, I love that. I don't know if he's the right choice. And also, I guess, like, how old do they need to be? Because
true.
Like, and do we see a young version of them when they are back in the 50s?
I think that we need an old person for the most part, and then maybe we recast it for the 50s version. Like we've got a different person, so it's not de-aging or anything weird like that. Like it's like clearly a much younger. So someone older would be my estimation. Now, male, female. How do we feel about? Obviously, I think our minds go into the male direction because they usually have the archetype of like the crazy guy.
Yeah.
But any thoughts on going in either direction more strongly?
I just think that based on the historical element of it being who operated it in the 50s, I think it has to be
it has to be a man. Yeah, true. Because it can be the lore. Okay, so then we should have a little girl.
Okay.
I think is the kid.
Okay.
So then the older man, who fits that role?
I mean, with the Matterhorn stuff, I mean, this person's probably not old enough for this, but we were talking about a lot of Kong-related things with the Matterhorn.
Yeah.
John C. Reilly plays a crazy guy in Kong Skull Island.
Yes.
That's sort of like a craziness that's also still like Disney silly enough.
Yeah. John C. Reilly could be just right.
Kurt
I
Russell
love
maybe
that.
is another one to throw out.
You said
there.
Kurt Russell?
Kurt Russell, yeah.
Yeah, that is good. Here, I've got a list of actors over 80.
Fantastic.
Actually, there's some really good ones. You've got Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine. There's Anthony. Okay, these are all. There was one that was really good at the time. Ian McKellen is interesting, but they're all British. We can't really do that. Oh, Harrison Ford. That's
Harrison Ford is like...
If he was better...
It's an interesting choice. I just don't think it's the right choice.
Yeah. Dustin Hoffman. Ooh, Christopher Lloyd. He doesn't really like have the chops like he used to, but that would be an interesting tie-in.
Sure. Walken obviously also is...
Oh, sure.
Known for being
Mel
a
Brooks.
weirdo.
At 100.
Yeah, Mel Brooks. Larry David.
Yeah.
Just like an insane choice.
That would be insane. James Cromwell. He's got kind of the, I don't know how crazy he could get, but because he's definitely, I mean, I probably shouldn't look at over 80s. These people are like,
Jack
they don't move
Nicholson.
so much.
I don't know that he'd come out of retirement for this.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think we'd want to deal with him, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I think John C. Reilly. I really do.
I mean, it's That's a fun choice.
I think so, and I like him a lot. I want to see him in more stuff, and I think he's getting a little older, and I think that you could really lean into that.
He's already in the Disney family, you know, with Wreck-It Ralph.
Yes. Oh, true. Yeah, and he's so good at playing serious and funny and everything in between. So great. John C. Wow, I feel so lucky that we get to work with him. It's nuts that we have this ability, like we get automatic casting.
Yeah,
like it is really cool.
It's weird to like hear, oh no, this person turned it down. It's like I haven't had that problem.
No, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Like we just put the name down and it happens.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of, I don't know. I'm not gonna give any tips to anyone else, I guess. Okay, so then the kid probably is new.
Yeah, I think
fresh.
Yeah.
We audition tens of thousands of children all across the country for the legendary Disneyland Railroad movie. Do we want to kind of find other people for someone for the Western and someone for the future? Just kind of leave that open.
You know, why not? You know, we gotta get the money. You know what I mean? People
True.
like to see names attached.
What's a good cameo? Yeah. Okay, yeah, because these people will be on the poster. So who's a good Western? Who's got that Western dog in them?
You know, it's tough. Do you cast someone who like is famous for that type of thing? Do you get Sam Elliott? Do you get like Timothy Oliphant? Like what do you?
He does it too much.
Yeah,
Timothy Oliphant. I think he does it too much. I kind of am like, all right, chill on the stuff, because even in like the Star Wars stuff, it's kind of revolves around that too. I'm just like, all right, chill. Yeah. Who's the other guy you mentioned?
Sam Elliott.
My mind was going Sam Watterson, which is weird, but Sam Elliott, my goat, who I have modeled my mustache after, of course. Yeah, I feel
you're
like
gonna start talking like him soon too, right?
Well, I hope so. I don't know. The dude, he called it. I don't know.
Talking about the Matterhorn bobsled movie.
Matterhorn bobsled. Yeah, I feel like also someone that just like would look really like just kind of like it's an actor that doesn't really do it, and then you just kind of throw a big beard or mustache on him, like big handlebar mustache on like someone that it's like, wow, that's really random.
Nikolaj Coster-Waldau.
Who the heck is that?
From Game of Thrones, which is a show I've never watched, but
oh yeah,
Walton Goggins.
True, that would be like
Sam Rockwell.
Oh,
my guy.
Yeah. Ooh, Sam Rockwell's in the future. I think Sam Rockwell is the guy in the future that is like, and it's a crazy future. He has no hair, completely hairless. Like it's going into more like Fifth Element. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, but it's getting more into like really weird and strange stuff.
Okay.
Because that's to be so far flung in the future that it's like, what the, like, it has to be a real culture shock. I kind of like totally alopecia'd out Sam Rockwell.
Okay.
Like just straight out of the Matrix tube.
Fascinating.
You're welcome.
This is maybe leaning too much into Back to the Future stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Each time we go to a new time period, and by each time, I guess it's Western 50s and the future.
Like 2300 or something.
And even, I guess, technically the start of the movie.
Yeah.
Using the same cast in different roles, or changing the cast every time?
Ooh. It would have to be probably. That's interesting, because I don't know if you'd end up. Do you end up in Anaheim, California, of each time period? Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
Right, because that ends up kind of being the thing. There is like, what is because that was always like you end up in the same town
Right.
over and over again. So you could do it as like a shtick. Like it's like, oh, it's kind of like, oh, it's the same cast and different things.
Yeah, a
Different
little cloud
costumes and stuff.
atlasy, like they don't
Yeah,
they
yeah,
don't
it'd be
look
more
the
like that.
same necessarily. You don't assume like, oh, they're all
Yeah.
it's from the same family lineage, like none of that stuff.
Yeah.
But like
But does that just add confusion? Where like Cloud Atlas is meant to be kind of insane.
I guess that's true. Yeah, I don't know. I can go either way on it. It's
Yeah.
like it's fun to have the same cast, but it might be more confusing. So I'm not sure which makes more sense.
Yeah, I say let's avoid the confusion.
Okay.
Would be what I would do, because once again, we're talking about lowest common denominator here.
That's true.
You know, and producers, if you could step out just for a brief moment. I just have to talk to my partner. The producers aren't that smart either.
Yeah.
You know. All right, you can come back in. Thank you for that. Just real quick, I had to say something super private. Okay. So I
somebody
like
from the West then is what we
something
need?
West. I think it should be a lady.
That's what I was going
Let's
to
do-
ask. Is if this
Let's do a lady.
is she an outlaw? Is she?
Ooh,
just
that'd be a good
like
twist
in
on
the,
it. Yeah.
in the saloon is like what are we?
I like
What's
the
her part?
seems like a damsel in distress a little bit, like can't hold her own,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden is like very clearly is the one doing the hold up or something like that. Is like
Yeah.
seems maybe like a waitress in the saloon or something, and then something goes on, and then they kind of like drop what they're doing, and they turn out they are the outlaw or
Mm-hmm.
the sheriff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it's all kind of like a sting that she was involved in or something. So then we kind of want maybe 830s aged actress, or 40s. I like Emma Stone.
That's fun.
Kind of
It's
kind of wild. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, let's get
Please,
our
can I work with Emma Stone?
our two cast
Please.
members. Let's get 2 Oscar winners for the Wild
True.
West cameo and the Future cameo. It's fun.
Sam Rockwell won an Oscar?
Of course, for 3
what?
billboards.
Whoa, what the
And then
heck?
was
Oh my
nominated
gosh.
again for Vice.
Whoa. Who was he in? Oh,
He's
Bush.
W, yeah.
Whoa. Wow. Oh my God. Yes. I mean, is this an Oscar? And I think Oscar nominated John C. Reilly too.
Yeah, I think he's nominated.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I think at least for Chicago he was. Okay. Emma
All
Stone. Oh my God. This is the movie. This is
see,
it.
there we go. That's why you cast the more than just John C. Reilly. Now you're excited.
We would have been, yes. Now I see the poster. It is moving tickets. It's crazy how well it's doing. Whoa. Okay. Anything else you want to add about the railroad?
No, not really. I mean, I think that we have touched on anything I wanted to discuss anyway, which was just like you get a lot of fun action set pieces through these different time periods, and you also get fun like character side set pieces with like the people we didn't cast too, of just like being obnoxious park guest types.
Yeah, because they end up kind of like wandering through all of these new time periods and like coming back. Because that's something we didn't even really think about, is like they're going to come back to the modern day with like all this stuff from all of these different
Right.
time periods. And it's something that we just don't even need to worry about. Like that would be funny. Like they got a pet from the future that they bring to the present day. And it's just like, it blows everything
like,
out. But it's just kind of
Gold bars from the Wild West. Like,
yes, exactly. Yeah, it could. There's a lot of really fun things that we're not even concerned about breaking time or anything.
no,
like
we're not
that. That's
concerned
really what
about
this
that.
is.
Like,
No.
yeah, no, I think that it's for the people that all survive this excursion.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a big like it all works out. It's a happy ending for all of them. Like the people that stole the gold now are like rich. And the people have their cute little creature pet because since we need something cute for these movies.
Exactly.
They got their little cute pet in the future. Yeah.
Yeah. They've got a lot of cute pets. I imagine Sam Rockwell in his completely I'm trying to figure out the word. My mind goes to Naked Mole Rat version Sam Rockwell, but just completely hairless Sam Rockwell. I guess maybe that's and just oily.
Yeah.
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 Why do I want to see that?
It's a very like hedonistic future.
Yeah. I could imagine it just being insane and almost like I imagine a number of characters. Have you seen Galaxy Quest?
Of course.
Yeah, I imagine like those kind of future like or like aliens that Rainn Wilson is like a member of that group. Like there's a lot of like that kind of stuff too, where they just act weird.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Sam Rockwell was on that set. He can pick
You're
up
right.
on
That's
all
why
the
mannerisms. Yes.
I thought you were going to talk about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which of course he's also in and is also playing like a futuristic alien guy.
I haven't seen it in a while. I do. Do you think that holds up still? That movie?
I'm not sure. I think pieces of it do, but
that seems ripe for a new thing.
Well, maybe we have our next episode.
Well, hello there. Hello there. That's the whole point of this show. Well, cool. Okay, Matterhorn, Disneyland Railroad. Now we just have 2 more movies to do.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Let's keep going.
Let's do this Hall of Presidents movie.
Yes, exactly. I do love it, though. I really do.
Yeah, we got to wait a couple years to make sure that it's a thing that will still be relevant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Will there still be presidents? I don't know.
That's for Disney to decide. That's not for me to decide.
Is.
Yes. Thank you, Disney. And a disclaimer I want to add at the end is if you did end up hearing anything I said about producers or about the Disney Corporation, I would like to state my fullest and deepest apology. What Disney does for the entertainment industry is unparalleled and amazing, and I really hope that we have the opportunity and chance to work deeply with your entertainment conglomerate. Chris, anything you would like to add?
Yeah, I'd like to formally apologize to the Yeti community for using the term Sasquatch and lumping those 2 different groups in together. You know, I'm still learning. I'm putting in the work, but I hope that you'll accept my apology, as I did not mean to offend either Sasquatches or Yetis. It was truly not my intention.
Well, folks, I want to thank you, Chris, for coming back on, and I think it's time for us to get out of this writer's room, get some sun.
Yeah.
We've been here a while.
I mean, yeah, we have to get started on production, too, of the Matterhorn bobsleds with Keira Knightley, Anjali Rice, John Turturro, Lil Rel Howery, Ed Skrein, a local Italian hire. And we've got to get into production on the Disneyland Railroad with John C. Reilly, an unknown child actor, Sam Rockwell, and Emma Stone.
When you say it like that, there's something. I just got hit by a lot of stuff right there. That was a lot.
That's what this podcast does.
Yes,
we
exactly.
hit you with a lot of stuff.
Yes. The future is movies. The future was created by us just now. And I want to thank Chris for being here. I want to thank you for listening. And we'll be back next time. That's a wrap. See ya.
Bye.
Wind, Reel, and Print is a podcast by Salad Brain Productions.
You can find us on Instagram at Wind, Reel, and Print Pod.
You can also find us on YouTube, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Theme song by Redhead Fred.
If you like the show, leave a rating or review.
We'll see you next time.